Hola amigos de Alejandrosis, bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo en este canal donde hablamos de la música que más nos gusta. El día de hoy tengo el agrado de presentar theelephantsofmars, la nueva producción del virtuoso guitarrista Joesatriani. Y lo haré de una manera muy especial, ya que hace pocos días tuve el agrado de hablar con él desde San Francisco, California. Así que vamos a reseñar el trabajo y también a compartirles algunas opiniones que nos brindó este monstruo de las 6 cuerdas. Pero antes de comenzar, quiero invitarlos a que se suscriban al canal. No olviden activar la campanita de notificaciones y si les gusta este video, me brinden un like. Sin más, vamos a comenzar. Es Joesatriani en Alejandrosis. Joesatriani es toda una escuela de la rock. Fue el maestro de Steve Vai, Kirk Hammett de Metallica, Alex Skolnick de Testament o Larry Lalonde de Primus, entre muchos otros. Pero además tuvo la oportunidad de ser el guitarrista de Mick Jagger de los Rolling Stones, cuando el famoso cantante emprendió su primera gira como solista a finales de los años 80. Como si fuera poco, también apoyó a Deep Purple cuando hizo su primera gira sin el guitarrista Ritchie Blackmore a comienzos de los años 90. También tuvo una banda, un supergrupo llamado Chicken Foot, en el que compartió con ex integrantes de Van Halen como el cantante Sammy Hagar y el bajista Michael Anthony. Al margen de eso, Joesatriani ha brillado con luz propia desde la segunda mitad de los años 80, publicando álbumes en solitario. A la fecha cuenta con 17 y es alguien que siempre nos ofrece excitantes acordes con unos solos de guitarra bastante singulares. Él no es alguien que solo derroche escalas o shredding. No, es un artista con mucha imaginación y que siempre está explorando con las cuerdas. Su más reciente disco, The Elephants of Mars, aborda diferentes campos sonoros. Hay piezas que son cinematográficas, otras de rock espacial, incluso encontramos elementos de jazz y de funk. Es muy versátil, muy agradable al oído. No fue fácil de concebir, ya que fue compuesto y grabado durante la pandemia, con las dificultades logísticas que ello implicaba. Es decir, Joesatriani trabajando a distancia con sus compañeros de banda, una producción que se hizo entre California y Australia. Acerca del concepto de este nuevo álbum y de su llamativo título, Los elefantes de Marte, esto fue lo que nos contó Joesatriani en esta entrevista exclusiva de Alejandrosis.
Let's start. We are very happy with this new production, the 18th album of your career. It's impressive. Let's start with the title. What does the Elephants from Mars is referred to? What is the inspiration this time?
Yeah, well, I came up with a crazy song that had this sound that I created, and it reminded me of some kind of alien elephant kind of thing. And my mind started to spin, and I started thinking about a science fiction story where in the future, Earth scientists terraform the planet Mars. They turn it into a beautiful garden planet. There are colonists there working it, and but what the scientists didn't know is that they mistakenly created this race of sentient gigantic elephants that could communicate telepathically to the colonists that were settling on Mars, and together they decide that they need to form a revolution to take control of the planet away from the evil corporations of Earth that just want to take all the raw materials out of the newly terraformed planet. And so this sort of little movie in my head, you know, helped me to finish writing the song. And then when I presented it to everybody in the band, it got a good laugh. And but it put everybody in the right mood to provide you know, crazy performances.
Wow, what a story, man, behind the title. Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. The first video it's for the single Sahara. It's quite impressive too. What can you tell me about this album? Because it drew my mind. It's
wonderful. Thank you. You know, the song itself really started from another kind of a cinematic idea I had about a character who is really lost spiritually, and he's at the same time he's lost in a completely desolate urban environment at night, and he's searching desperately for somebody to connect to help answer his questions about his extreme loneliness. And he imagines that even though he's in a city, there's still nobody around, so he might as well be in the middle of the Saharan desert, because it's like an urban desert to him, and it's a spiritual desert for him. Now when my son got a hold of the idea of making a video for the song, he was thinking, well, I want to tie it into the theme of the album being Mars. And so he got the idea that he'd shoot everything in red, and he'd make it seem as though maybe in this character's mind, he's traveling to Mars, but during the trip, which is very long, he's in an imaginary world, almost like if he's been put into some sort of suspended sleep. And so that's why everything is so beautifully distorted, but everything is still in red as he plays the song. So it was really an interesting thing, because we didn't want to just go out to the desert, which we could have done. You know, there's a big one out there in outside of Los Angeles, and we couldn't go to Mars, of course. So, but it was a really clever way that ZZ brought the two things together just by the suggestion of the color.
Okay, for sure, it's very interesting.
Después de lanzar tantos discos durante más de 3 décadas, no es fácil mantenerse fresco, mantenerse creativo. Acerca de su inspiración para entrar al estudio, esto nos dijo Satriani.
You know, it seems to me like there's never enough time in any day, any week, to turn all the feelings I have into music. It's always a struggle to find enough time to to write. Writing is really the most exciting thing for me, and I've always concentrated on the compositional part of making records first, and I let it inform like how I may want to play on something based on what I write. But making an album is always very time consuming, and it requires a team of people, from the record company all the way down to the technicians and the people who work at the locations. It's a bit of a logistical, nightmare in a way.
Yes.
So usually when you finally get done with one, you need to take a break.
Yeah. Okay.
And out on tour. So this particular a season has been really bad for everybody in the world. Obviously the pandemic has been just a tragedy for us to deal. My life after the release of Shapeshifting, we were really robbed of being able to go out on tour and explore the music of that new album in front of an audience. I think that had a lot to do with why I was so eager to record a new album and to sort of up my game, to try to make the best album I could of my career because of that whole experience, of being sort of stopped, just as we got started. So I'm really looking forward to finally getting on the stage later this year. I really do hope that things continue to get better so we can get back on tour.
En The Elephants of Mars, aparte de hacer todas las guitarras, el maestro Satriani también se involucró con las artes. Dentro del disco podemos encontrar unas llamativas postales y aquí nos las compartió.
Okay, by the way, I love the cover. I hope to have the record on vinyl because I love the cover. I read that you made some paintings for the record.
Yeah, we did. I don't have that. Get 1 second here. Well, you've got the regular CD.
Yes.
And the artwork is by Todd Galapo from his company called Meat and Potatoes. Fantastic concept. If you get the digipack, inside the digipack here, there are cards that relate to the songs. Yes, here they are. And the artwork is taken from my paintings. You know, I have a painting career going, and the Wentworth galleries on the East Coast here, the US,
Wow.
carry all my paintings. I've got, you know, over 100 paintings in the galleries right now, working on new ones. But these are taken, alien writing taken from the paintings that relate to each one of the songs, some of them more simple than others. And it's a really cool way of tying together the kind of alien artwork that I like to do, along with you know, the idea of the Martian landscape and what it would look like.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Terraformed, you know.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing with me your paintings, and good luck with your career, with another some expression, some new art. Looks so nice.
En el año 2008 se produjo el debut en concierto de Joesatriani en el Palacio de los Deportes de Bogotá. Posteriormente, en 2014, regresó en concierto. En el marco de este nuevo trabajo, quisimos saber si los colombianos tenemos esperanza de volverlo a ver sobre un escenario.
Do you have any memories, maybe from playing here, and also with this album, can we hope to see you again in my country?
Yeah. Oh, I have great memories. We had so much fun. Love the weather, first of all. It's like San Francisco, but it's got this sort of extra mountain thing to it. It felt very much like home. Friends there in Bogota took us all around to a bunch of places to go skateboarding, and so that was fun. You know, we got to see just regular life rather than just, you know, on stage. Thing is that we've only been there twice. I don't know how. Some places are easier to return to, and we're hoping that, you know, this long absence, you know, has created a good demand from the fans there, and that we can get back. So.
En las últimas semanas se ha rumorado con un concierto, incluso una gira de homenaje al gran guitarrista Eddie Van Halen de la agrupación Van Halen. De producirse, aquello involucraría al cantante David Lee Roth y al hermano de Eddie, Alex Van Halen, en la batería. Dentro de eso, se piensa que el guitarrista idóneo para este tributo sería el maestro Joe Satriani. Le hicimos la pregunta y esto respondió.
I know, that's really crazy. A little less than a year ago, Alex Van Halen called me, and then we had conversations with Alex and with Dave about you know, how we could go about doing a tribute tour to the Van Halen legacy and to Eddie Van Halen. And yeah, it's a crazy idea for a guitar player. It's frightening. Nobody can even come close to Eddie Van Halen. So whoever says yes to the job is you know, gonna have a rough time of it. But I expressed this to those guys, and I said, you know, I just really feel like even though it's going to be a thankless job, I think that my love and respect for Eddie, you know, sort of driving me to try to do it. But logistically, it's a very difficult, complicated thing, and you know, I'm not sure how the family and all the members of Van Halen will come to terms with it, and to see if it can actually happen. So in the meantime, we're all busy doing stuff. You know, I have an album, and I know Sammy's got a new album coming out with Mike. And I know that the guys in Van Halen, are continuing to work on their catalog. So yeah, if anything happens, it's certainly not this year or next year. It would be something way in the future. So
okay, Joe, Thank you very much for this time. Once again, I hope to see you here. I loved your first show. I unfortunately can't go to the second show, but I want revenge and see you again on the stage with your amazing band. In Colombia, we really love the good guitarist.
Thank you so much. I hope to return soon. Until then, take care.
En las 14 canciones que componen The Elephants of Mars, Satriani nos va llevando por una aventura sonora en la que vamos atravesando mundos y sentimientos sin tener noción del tiempo. Es una cápsula en la cual la guitarra marca parámetros y acelera nuestro corazón. Este disco ya está disponible en las plataformas de streaming y también en disco compacto o vinilo. Realmente recomendado. Quiero agradecer a Natalie García y a Altafonte por esta entretenida entrevista con el maestro Satriani. Y a ustedes por su tiempo. Por favor, suscríbanse al canal. No olviden activar la campanita de notificaciones y darme un like si así les parece. No está de más. Compártanlo. Mi nombre es Alejandro Bonilla. Me pueden encontrar en redes sociales como Alejandrosis. Muy pronto, más entrevistas, más lanzamientos, más rock and roll. Hasta la próxima.